The temperament of these cattle, these cows, dairy cows, are just so relaxed and chilled out. They're just so happy. They've got their beds, they've got where they like to sleep, they've got massages going off over there, they've got robotic milking taking place here, and so they move around the shed as they wish, when they wish, how they wish. They control the whole process, which is really quite cool. So the farmers have set up this setup, but the cows are entirely in charge. They choose what they want to do when they want to do it. They've got giant sized fans to keep them cool. You can see like everything is so clean. The water is, pumped in clean, and it's perfect feed for them. This sort of stuff actually is not just hay. It's got like maize and grains and minerals mixed through it. So they choose when they want to eat, how much they want to eat. They control the whole process.
All across the world, governments are dealing with the same major issues, and that is primarily how do they distribute resources adequately with a growing population. I mean, you've got to deal with more housing, more infrastructure, educational hospital facilities, job creation, maintaining the economy, whilst making sure you can decrease inflation, and Australia is no different. However, we do have some unique challenges, largely in the fact that we are a giant-sized desert island. Now, 42% of our landmass is just filled with native vegetation. We cannot actually grow anything out there. Only 6.2% of our landmass is modified grazing land, and that is partially used by the dairy industry. Now, this industry, it's worth 3 billion Australian dollars, and truthfully, it's largely underrepresented and not given the credit it rightfully deserves, even though it employs 42,000 employees across on-farm and also in processing. And when you look at the infrastructure and the technology that's needed to produce naturally nutritious and safe milk products for Australian households, it's pretty epic. When you look at the diversity of milk products that milk can be split up into, it's safe to say that milk is pretty much in everything. Now here's the deal. We eat food, not individual nutrients, but there are some foods that are naturally nutritious, like dairy products, where the science is really strong on how they help in preventative chronic diseases. So take calcium-rich milk and osteoporosis. Now, osteoporosis, brittle bone disease, it is really painful and it encumbers so many lives. And in the last decade, we've seen a 31% increase in osteoporosis in Australia. For those over the age of 50, 66% of the Australian population has been diagnosed with osteoporosis. And it's cost the Australian government just under $34 billion in the last decade to treat. That's about 23 billion US dollars. So to put that into perspective, you can buy Buckingham Palace for 1.4 billion USD. You could buy the White House for 400 million USD. And you could even get a Boeing 747, which is the same plane used for Air Force One, for 360 million USD. You could take a 3-week holiday to the International Space Station with return flights for just over 100 million USD. And when you get back, you could buy 2 private islands in the Bahamas for 150 million USD. That is a lot of money, but it's nowhere near 23 million US dollars that's been spent on osteoporosis type problems. Now, here's the deal. There's a range of different factors that have led to this increase in osteoporosis, and one of them is consumers not drinking enough calcium-rich milk. Now, cows take grass that has pretty much nothing in it and make amazing, rich, nutrient-rich milk. So when you're eating your cheeses tonight, just think about, why does dairy really matter to Australia?